Hey, yo, what's going on? This is going to be a crazy, controversial topic for Save Yourselves, Black Men. Okay, and probably I'm going to get attacked by pro blacks and feminist groups from here on out. You know, there's a lot in common between Uncle Tom versus a simp. You know what I'm saying? Or a feminist, I'm sorry. Versus a feminist. What's the difference between Uncle Tom and the feminist? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's under, let's be realistic, he's under white supremacy and all that. Or any male supremacy, I should clarify that. It doesn't matter if they black, white, Asian, Latino, and so forth. At least, yeah, one is for entertainment, one is very serious. I like to correlate to them in such a unrelated and unorthodox way of doing things. You know how much I love to get down. And the reason I put the comparison between Clayton Bigsby and Tila Tequila, you know what they both deal in common? They both deal with self hatred. They both, well, one is Asian woman, one is a black man. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, I know I'm gonna get attacked by my own people, even Asians, but it is for what it is. What's the damn difference between a male supremacist versus female supremacists? I mean, feminists. Uh, what's the difference? Or Uncle Tom, whatever you want to say. What's the difference between a male supremacist and a female supremacist? What is the lesser of two evils? And I like to address that. Evil's still evil at the end of the day. You're drinking you're drinking poison regardless if it's more or less. I said this before and I say it here again. I'd rather deal with an upfront racist, yeah, that called me a nigga and all that. Eventually, he could say all that you want, but eventually, when it comes down to it, as soon as he put his hands on me, I could put that man in the dirt. I could put a black man in the dirt. I could put a white man in the dirt. I could put an Asian man in the dirt. I could put Latino man in the dirt and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I have the right to defend myself now that, self defense. But carry on. It's funny to hear male supremacists, these so called pro whatever groups, pro black groups, pro white, Asian, Latino groups, could talk about male supremacy all day, day in. Man, F you, man. That's where you're so, man. You're Uncle Tom, man. You kissing that man's ass. You kissing man's ass and all that. But hear me out. Why is it nobody's not correcting themselves when people are kissing women's? Oh, I'm so sorry. People are kissing women's asses. I'm so sorry, madam. Are you okay, sweetheart? Will you like me to open the door for you? Oh, she's so nice. But deep down inside, she hates your guts. You know, despite how people give male supremacy a bad name, still is. Don't get it twisted. I'm not jumping or making excuses or anything. But let's be obvious here as a black man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's Uncle Tom. I'm forced to acknowledge and give credit to the Uncle Tom over a feminist. Most likely, that man was pretty much forced to coon and buffoon to survive. That's totally two different topics. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to Uncle Tom. Take care of his family, take care of himself. What you gotta do? You want to get a job. You gotta improve. You gotta show background check and all that. But as soon as they see me, I go to job interviews. Oh my God, as a nigga. Oh my God, he's in my place. Oh, he's black. Oh. But it's in life, and now it's racist cucks and simps. The man's so cuck in America, even the racists are running. Even the racists are running the third world countries and all that. Oh, come on, feminists. Yeah, at least Uncle Tom got a validation. Wonder why he had to cuck and had to coon and buffoon. I'm not making no excuses to these so-called pro-blacks, but I'm gonna get at the feminists. I'm gonna get at this unique topic, and that is itself. Let me get something to drink before I go crazy. Let me take an edible out here so I can I'm gonna go crazy in this bad boy. Because why people is okay with kissing a woman's ass? Oh, you go, honey. You go, girl. You tell that man he's shit. You tell that man he's gay. You tell that man he's nothing. But in the same breath, feminists are saying we ain't protecting you. Here's the crazy thing between a male supremacist and a female supremacist, and that is A man can admit could be evil. Straight up. They don't like me. I could fight them. I could appreciate, okay, yeah, that man, whatever supremacist can talk, he hate me all he wants. But you know, hey, he put his hands on me, I'll put him down the dirt, and know I'm going to jail for murder. For deleting that man. Any man, all men. I ain't scared of no man, no matter what race or background they are. A man is still a man. How is that woman can get away with so much crime in America? You know what I'm saying? Can literally talk about deleting babies, going to Planned Parenthood, just deleting babies. You know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of it. Refuse to be a wife and all that. You know, women in America, let's be realistic, include feminists, they're legally protected. I find funny, you could say all kind of crazy stuff to a man, and no, the man ain't gonna do nothing. The man gonna attack another man if he attempts to stand up. And here's something I hate to say about feminists over male supremacists. And I'm gonna be a bastard. I'm probably gonna lose a black, all kind of audience, people of color audience. Oh, call me what you want. The feminists are way more organized and have way more numbers than any men. You know, true factors. I don't know about the West, but I'm going to say here in America. In America, I have to worry about being taken out by a man. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't want to piss off his feminist overlords and all that. Only in America, they want to be streaming women's rights and all that. Women, equal pay. What equal pay? Have you seen what's building these roads and buildings? Nowadays in plumbing are men. They take the lowest grunt work jobs and know that dead end jobs, they know they won't be appreciated, receptive. You know what I'm saying? Blue collar, white collar, that's really matter. Yeah, I have a problem with all former supremacists, including even worse with feminists. Now, don't get it twisted. I respect about women's rights and women's suffrage 100 years ago, but let's be realistic nowadays. American women are obese. You know, feminists are obese and angry. They're hateful. They make the Klan look like church boys. They make the Klan look like Boy Scouts. You doing their job, feminists. And yes, I went to extreme to compare Clayton Bixby versus this Tila Tequila, whatever her fucking name is. I just don't give a fuck. Even though one's entertainment, but at least Dave Chappelle know his place. Just like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg can call a woman a bitch and a hoe in a song all day and day in, day out. And don't deal with no consequence. The moment he speak out, old ass, crusty ass, obese ass, wannabe sorry ass Oprah and that stale king. Oh, they let Snoop Dogg put his place real quick. And also Snoop ain't gonna do shit any damn way near as Kanye West because for one thing, they got, executives and owners above them. If they get out of line, they suffer. You know what I'm saying? At least with a man, you can hold men responsible. Here's something I'm gonna probably get targeted by the government on this one. How is it okay? I've seen this growing up my whole entire life of female pedals and all that can mess with little boys. I remember I saw like some sick videos how a young boy was rubbing on a woman's ass. And people just think it's all joking numbnuts and shit like that. Let's say that in another turn. I gotta be careful because I know the FBI and CIA's listen to my conversations and stuff. Probably get me killed for things I'm gonna say about this. How is that woman so legally protected they could do pedophilia and nobody ain't question that? Of course, if you get a little girl and a grown man, FBI, CIA, they bust down for them. Why are you being hypocrites about it to the governments? Why are you being hypocrites about these feminist, these female supremacists? You can call me a sellout. You can call me Uncle Tom. You can call me a womanizer. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. You can call me Uncle Tom and a sellout, right? And am I right, pro-blacks? Ain't that so predictable, you clowns? That you can't realize evil is still evil, assholes? I'm just being real for what is morally disgusting and baffling. Like I remember I was talking to a brother about this on Facebook, and so like how they were saying like women in Middle Eastern countries are getting maimed and deleted off the face of the planet because I guess now that women starting to embrace feminazis and shit like this, of course. But they know how they run with the iron fist and that motherfucking bitch. They run with the iron fist. They don't show mercy and pitiful bullshit like here in America. A woman could walk over you, ignore you. I mean, when I was on the bus, I pull the lever for the older lady to get on the bus. I say twice. I say, I pulled the lever for you. I pulled the lever for you, rude old bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, these American women are so utterly disrespectful and cowardly behind it. They're using the government against men. And no, legally, men have no fucking defense against the government, the police, the military. So yeah, back I was saying last video why men leave America, because you ain't got no fucking choice. Unless you're gonna be a cuck and a simp. You're gonna be a cuck and a simp for the rest of your goddamn life. So yeah, I'm for masculinity. I'm for true traditional value. Of course, that's what I grew up on. I wasn't grew up on degenerates and savages like nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But back to outside, I know it's going way off topic, but what's the difference between male supremacists and female supremacists, like feminazis and shit like that? Why you have a problem with feminazis? I have a problem with it because I hate the hypocrisy of these bitches streaming about how unfair they deal with. But yeah, you got police on speed dial, especially on these workforce. I be dealing with nothing but hate coming from the American bitches that be in work positions and shit like that. How they really feel about men. But you're right that men of today, especially black men, had enough of the disrespect. I guess I'm gonna get tapped by all these pro-black dudes. You supposed to be proud. You supposed to be black and proud. This ain't the 1960s, motherfucker. This isn't the 60s no more. I'm from the 80s and 90s generation. That's what I'm gonna speak on. This ain't, maybe if I was my mom and pop generation, I'd be saying, hello, madam. Hello, miss. How's your day today? You look fabulous. You know, in America, also this too with these bitches of today. I hate to dress a woman like that. But me and my wife were talking about how American women are not feminine. And that's coming from my wife of all people. Like, if you compliment a woman, they'd be utterly very disrespectful or some shit. It's funny to say, like, have you seen today's woman in America? They look like straight up like Transformers or vice versa. But I know I'm going over our topic. Back that I was saying about supremacists, I don't give a fuck. I have more respect. I say this in a couple of videos. I'm saying here now. I have more respect for upfront racists that call me a nigga for what it is. If you hate my guts, I said cool. Or I have some male supremacists that don't like me up front to begin with. I respect an evil's honesty. You know, so I'm gonna talk about why I root for China and all that. I'm gonna talk that about in another video. And speaking about Asia and all that, I know that a lot of Asian women are supremacists of all sudden. And I did mention about white men, Asian female relationship. And I mean, I got kind of bored discussing it. And I think y'all might be bored of me discussing it. But something that kind of dawns on me too with women of color and white supremacists. Yeah, it's contradiction. I admit that. I give y'all that. Why the fuck they go be sleeping these sour skins, these soy skins, talking all this crazy shit about women's rights? But you woman color, white woman included, black woman, Asian woman, Latin, take all kind of disrespect, abuse. You know what I'm saying? Verbally, the physical abuse and all that. It's morally disgusting. They don't say not people anything but when black men or men of color. I'm not being prejudiced, but it's for what it is. I'm not being intentionally racist or anything. When black men like myself could say, example, don't date single mothers. White guys can say that like old Tom Lincoln. I respect the dude. But when a black man, like rest in peace to Mr. Kevin Samuels, Minister Jab, Tommy Sotomayor, all them guys, when black men say they don't date single mothers, suddenly he be called a misogynist, a sexist. I was attacked by even pro-black women. Why you go, man, the black woman's God, woman's God. What God believes for 7 days? What bitch believes for 7 days and don't die? Tell me she's a goddamn God. What the fuck? No, this ain't me being sexist or slanderous, but let's be fucking real for once. I've seen some so-called women construction workers and shit like that. I'm not being sexist, but let's be fucking real. That's a little minority. The man that's doing your plumbing, the people doing your plumbing, the police, do your maintenance, man. And for these ungrateful, hateful bitches, these feminists, I'm gonna go back to feminist supremacy, could literally talk out a side of ass, out the assholes and say, oh, we hate men. Men are no good. Well, Fix your damn self. Fix these roles your damn self, you lazy bitch. You know what I'm saying? You can't challenge a woman, unfortunately. And women knows this in America or in the West. They got organizations to protect these bitches. Ain't like in Saudi Arabia and Dubai when they're using these bitches as human toilets. Yes, I went extreme. I went to extreme. And I'll probably get deleted. But I find it funny, like in America, a woman could be an open mistress that made the Klan blush and giggle. Oh, thank you, feminists. Thank you, white feminists, black feminists, Asian feminists. Oh, thank you, Latin feminists. I don't even know if Latinos are feminists. I could be ignorant about that, but I don't give a fuck. Or Muslims or whatever. But no disrespect, Jewish, Amish, whatever. I'm not xenophobic either. Everybody in this damn planet can get it. Oh, I'm not defending no races. I'm acknowledging it. That's the difference. But pro-blacks are too ignorant about that. Pro-race they're too ignorant and naive about it. So I'm going to get attacked by these red pill guys. Man, you guys talk about all this respected women, but you're going around kissing their ass and begging them for dates and all that. Oh, you're doing, and people turn to Elliot Rodgers and all. Oh, yes. And I was disgusted about this too, white man, Asian female relationship, or white man, or woman of color relationships. I know that I'll be a hypocrite too. I date outside my race. You want to call me a hypocrite? At least it comes out of my own fucking mouth, you fucking cowards. You know what I'm saying? You know what's absolutely disgusting about when white guys date outside the race? I hear about this white genocide bullshit. Okay. I remember talking to my lady about this. How is that white guys can sleep with black women, Asian women, Latin women? There ain't no judgment from me. Ain't no hate coming from me. They could literally sleep around a whole group of women, but they complain that their genes are regressive and become dinosaurs. Just saying what it is. But these same cowardly feminists will not speak up against their own owners and masters. They know better. They ain't gonna bite the hand that feeds them, and that's corporations. What's the last time you heard a feminist speak up negatively bad about corporations and companies that publicly degrade women? Even the rappers are on a leash. You think rappers? Yeah, they pay entertainers. Of course they get paid to call a woman a bitch and a hoe in a song. Of course. I'm in the studios, of course. But it ain't my job to tell otherwise, 'cause I'll be a hypocrite too. You know what I'm saying? What I get at too is like, not one of these feminists ever talk about, hey, we got all these companies disrespect the woman and all that. Look at these magazines. Dave Chappelle said how these magazines make women look very, very ugly. And it's heartbreaking. I remember he said it like almost 20 years ago, and I thought it was funny. That kind of reminded me that Eddie Murphy and Raw kind of shit, like half of marriages in America end up divorce. 89% majority American bitches initiate divorce at one given point in time in their life. I remember I did an article about this shit, right? Which is baffling. I can still remember at 14, 15 years old, a year after my mom died in 2003. I remember this story. I remember reading articles about who got married, who got divorced. It was a whole entire page of people, one page being divorced and all that. It's only like barely a fingerful of people that's actually married. That actually baffled me till this day, from 2004 to almost 20 years of this shit. So, who's much worse? I hate to say this, nah, don't give a fuck. I'm gonna lose an audience. Feminists. You can challenge a man, like I said. You can fight a man. You can delete a man. I can't do all that to a woman while wearing FBI, CIA coming down my store. Oh, hello there, Mr. Martell. We're afraid that you're committing a nuisance. We're afraid you're disturbing the peace. We're afraid that you're being very inconsiderate and very vulgar against the woman. But, you know what I'm saying? Or they either take down your channels and stuff, take down your social media pages, like Andrew Tate and all that. But you tell me this motherfucker that even Andrew Tate, I've been watching him on my business account, he's blowing up like crazy on Andrew Tate. And I said, damn, you went from Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to Mr. Kevin Samuels, Tommy Simon, your minister, Jap, no disrespect to my Asian audience. I know the JP word is disrespectful to the Japanese. I know that, but that's his name. And he's been a number of good brothers to me, exposing about don't date single mothers. So it's Tommy Sotomayor and other gentlemen and all that had enough. I find it funny. I'm very honored for these, especially Mr. Jap support me and other brothers, but it's actually kind of embarrassing to get attacked by both sides of the spectrum. It's even worse getting attacked by your own kind. I get that from psychology. I get that. But, I used to hear all these pro-black groups that we have no allies, we have no forces. Well, that's kind of true. And it goes back to I was saying how degrading is that I have to say men are in America the most disorganized motherfuckers you ever come across. And quite frankly, you don't want to deal with another man in America because they mostly LA bitches too, male bitches too. Ain't no discrimination. You know what I'm saying? And I say equally, and everybody can get it. And not everybody is a bitch or a male bitch, you know what I'm saying? But it is for what it is. Someone asks, why do you feel like this? Why are you so, here's the hypocrisy I was told about this. How come it's okay to talk so bad about male supremacy, white supremacy, black supremacy, Asian supremacy, Latin supremacy, or any supremacist? I'm not making no excuse for any supremacists. We can go around fighting and deleting each other until we blue in the face. But you hear these women, and I was telling to one of these women organizations, I never seen such a well-oiled machine as women organizers can organize and put things together. Wow, no man in sight. And I ain't gonna put nobody else because I'm not a rat or a traitor to do that. But what I was seeing in these places, I was actually baffled how very little they think about men in this country. Sad to say, black men. And I know I'm mad, I know I'm rage, what I'm saying, but it's a good time. I'm on edibles, I just don't care, I don't give a fuck. So if my own people and these so-called feminazi groups want to call me a sellout misogynist, Uncle Tom, I welcome it. At least I have the balls to go out like this. So, Martell's out, save yourselves, black men. Be careful of any supremacist, male or female.